got through with it.
We did, it was a carrot.
Good evening, everyone. I call to order the regular meeting of the Perry Municipal Authority. It is August 7th, 2017. Roll call, please.
Calderon.
Here.
Gilbert. Franklin.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Ahern.
Here.
Seabolt.
Here.
Morrell. Stroller.
Here.
Johnson.
Here, I do declare a quorum. Our invocation this evening will be by Reverend Adam Leathers. Reverend?
We will pray. Loving eternal God, we give you thanks for this opportunity to gather as citizens and make this time be a time of fruitfulness where we get a lot of work done. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend. Item 1, consent agenda. We only have one item on there, item A. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Dixon.
Calderon.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabolt.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Thank you. Item 4 is comments of those assembled. If you have any comments pertaining to the authority meeting this evening, you make them at this time. Anyone in the audience? Seeing none. Item 4, proclamations, commendation, reports, inquiries by the governing body, staff, council. Reports, comments? All right. Item 6, new business. Any new business to be brought before the PMA this evening? Seeing none. Item 7.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Calderon.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabolt.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Thank you. We'll move right into the regular agenda of our regular meeting of the City Council, City of Perry. It is August 7th, 2017. Roll call, please.
Calderon.
Here.
Gilbert. Franklin.
Here.
Marshall.
Here.
Ahern.
Here.
Seabolt.
Here.
Morrell. Stroller.
Here.
Johnson.
Here. I do declare a quorum. Consent agenda, as you see it presented here, has items A through O. They are included in your packet to go through. Does anyone have any items you wish to pull off and discuss further? Or we have a motion to approve as presented.
Motion. Motion to approve.
Second.
Taking up the time. Roll call, please.
Bueller.
Calderon.
Yeah.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabolt.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Right now, do we have any comments from those assembled concerning the agenda this evening? Comments? Comments? Seeing none, we'll move to item 5, proclamations, commendations, reports, and inquiries by the governing body. Council, staff. Seeing none, we'll move on to item 7, or excuse me, item 6, our city manager's remark. Mr. Panett.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to begin with introducing our new manager for BMAC. Lee Harmon, would you come up to the podium, please, sir?
Checking for guns.
Oh, it's him.
Hello there, I'm Lee Harmon, and I am truly honored to be able to take care of them nice set of ball fields that we got. I have a lot of visions. I've been around baseball for 10 years, know their ins and outs, been to every tournament that been out there. So I've took pieces from every tournament and got an agenda, a mindset of how to attract people into our town of Perry. Also want to work with the hotels, some of the restaurants, some of the businesses. Worked with them, trying to work on getting discounts or something. Try to entice people to come in and check out different things in Perry, sites and all that. But I got a lot of visions. Great. We've already got a leg up. We've had a guy out there. We've got sprinklers going. We've got all the fertilizer aerating done. We've got a lot of stuff going on that I really truly believe that time ball season comes, we're gonna have people's turning heads on what they look like and want people to come back to Perry to play. I just truly thank for the opportunity on getting a chance to do it, and I'm gonna give every 100% I got to, because I love baseball. I mean, that's one thing I love. So, and my kids all play it and everything. So I'm there all the time on them. So,
Thank you, Lee.
thank you.
I wanted to make some comments about the airport. On July 27th, we had an oil tank fire that was struck by lightning. As a result, we're currently not pumping any oil, so we're losing revenue from that. It'll probably be 45 to 60 days before repairs are finished. And then I think we'll move on from there. August 1st, we had bids open in City Hall for Phase 2 of the repaving. And when we get to that point, John Anderson is here to help us through that if we need to. Also wanted to mention that we have a new employee at the library. It's a children's librarian, Katie Cormack. We welcome her to our City of Perry work family. As you can tell, out here on 8th Street, we're starting to mill. Progress on Ivanhoe is moving right along, even with the recent rains. We thought that might be slowed down a little bit, but they're moving right along. Tyson Davis with Penn Communications has been doing some input. He's been receiving input from department directors and submitting that input to the developer for our new city website. We're going to have that. We're going to take that for one more week, and then we'll put it out to council and staff for your review, and then we'll try to move on, go to live. But right now we're still in beta, so we're looking forward to that. With water and sewer and wastewater, we had a pre-construction meeting held at City Hall in August, on August 1st. This project has really generated a lot of interest. It was interesting. I was coming back from a meeting and I wasn't able to attend that pre-construction meeting. I was coming in, opened the door, and like 11 guys come out. It's one contractor after another. So there's considerable interest in this particular project. So that's going to be very helpful. Director Robbins and Melissa Dale, who works for InWater as well, and former interim city manager David Payne joined me in reviewing a very interesting option to clearing out the lagoons at the wastewater treatment plant. So as we begin to do our due diligence, we hope to bring that to you along with the bid and a little presentation, hopefully the next time we meet on the 21st. This will be a great option if it works like we think it's going to, and will get us ahead of the consent order from DEQ. So we're excited about that. I think the last time we did something, it took months to do this. If we have to take that amount of time right now, it will really put us behind with DEQ. We don't want to do that. We want to be good partners. So this is a great option going forward. Mayor?
Thank you. Any questions for the city manager?
Is there any update on the situation on the little bridge thing there on 15th Street? Where there's a inverted speed bump? Have we done anything with the?
Sam? Uh-oh, there he is. Here.
We had an email this afternoon, because I've been in contact with Blaine Reilly to see if we could get that corrected by school starting. And our contractor advised him that if they had crews out, it would be about 3 weeks, they'd be up here to make the correction.
But it probably would not be before school
It won't
starts.
be before school starts.
Yeah, we were trying to push them to that, because we didn't want to be in the middle of that, but it looks like it's not going to happen that way.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
All right, we'll move on to item 7. Consider approval of contract amendment, change order number 1, in the amount of $84,345 to the 2017 Ivanhoe and 8th Street Improvement Project with Evans and Associates by the provision of certain improvements to an alley between Foster's Drug Location and a current Foster's Drug Location. That is the alley east of 7th Street, between Cedar and East. What is East?
Delaware.
Delaware.
I don't like Delaware. I visited there once. So, any questions or comments?
This has been an alley that we've discussed for some time, and as a council, I believe in my opinion, we kept saying, no, we didn't want to do this. Until we knew for sure where Foster's Drug was going to be, where that whole project was going to come together. And I'm confused why we all of a sudden got it on the agenda to do something. Do we know where the Foster's driveways are coming out? Do you know the elevations? Do we know any of that?
Yes.
Steve Frank is here. He's our consultant. Sam had talked to the construction supervisor for Foster's because our original approach was to have it in before they finished. And their contractor told Sam that he really wanted to finish first, and then we come along. So
Right.
Steve, I'm sure can add some to that.
So we did pull some contact information from their plans and contacted the civil engineering group that designed that, and were able to get not only pictures of their plans, but also their CAD files. So we knew, based off of their plan and grades, what the tie-in locations were. And so then as we were move forward with the design, we were tying in to their grades. And they should be finishing up before we move in, and then we'll connect to their grades.
Is there any reason why we have to do the full north-south alley instead of just doing where Foster's tie-ins are gonna be?
Right
To the
now,
north?
he'll answer better than I can. It has more to do with drainage than anything else.
Everything drains from north to south. So you would, I mean, you could just put in a little bit there for what they're using, but all that water is going to continue south. And at least to where to the alley bisects there is where the storm sewer inlets are. And so, you know, we had designed a reverse crown street to convey it in the middle instead of a normal crown where we'd run it off into buildings. And so we're proposing an inlet about halfway to pick up some of it and send it east on a pipe, and then the rest of it will continue on south down the alley.
I just remember it seemed like to me we kept saying we didn't want to do this project. And I felt like it was the agenda to David Payne to get it done. And
What was the reason why we didn't want to do it?
because we were telling citizens we were fixing streets, not alleys.
Okay.
What's the consequences of not doing it? Is it, do we have drainage problems if we don't do anything?
We have drainage problems, yes.
We've had drainage problems for 30 years on that alley.
But with the new driveways going in there.
I never had a problem with doing it. I just thought we need to get Foster's in there.
Well, they will, the coordination effort will be there. I mean, it will be coordinated. And there's not gonna be a 2-inch bump to get into his place or out onto us. I mean, it's just, he's got the CAD files that their engineer used.
So there's no changes ever done in in construction.
You know what you're asking, you know the answer.
I know, there's changes all the time. That's the reason I don't trust this until we get something from Foster's.
I don't know what I can do to convince you, and I'm really not gonna try to, but the diligence and the efforts he's made to make sure that all the grades match are there. I had the same thing happen to me down at Chickasha when I was doing a new center down there, convenience center on the turnpike. They missed elevation on one side of the project by 1.5 feet to the other side. So yeah, I had a big deal to contend with there. And that's the reason I have confidence in the CAD files. I don't have confidence in the guys out there with the little elevation rods. And that's why we're going ahead with the plans, and we can delay construction as far long as we want to. We can always have plans on the shelf, but until we can wait till they get completely done and open for business if we want to tear up the alley then.
Well, but Evans is already set up. They're not gonna wanna, if they get done with 8th and Ivanhoe,
Yeah.
they're not gonna wanna just hang out here until we decide that Foster's construction is done.
Well, they know nothing gets built till it's approved. I mean, That's just the way it works.
And part of this is a consideration for them too, because every time they move that machinery, it costs us money.
No, instead it'd be extra transportation costs.
Yeah, if, either way, if we can't put it in yet, or if we don't do that.
Or we make it another year from now on another project. But it's just, to make the alley work now with the improvements that Foster's is putting in, I just think it'd be a good idea to have the alley completed when they're open.
We will be coming down as we move forward on that May 1st meeting that I attended, and we approved a long list of streets. We've been kind of piecemealing. We send our surveyors down to get a couple streets, and then we're working on design, and then we send them down for a few more. So here over this next month or so, we are going to be in town picking up topographic surveys. So if it does happen that they are done, we can definitely send them over there to take a couple shots on their new concrete to see, you know, if they hit the elevations they were planning on hitting.
I think that, in my opinion, I think that it's something that needs to be done for Troy because, I mean, he's built a really nice building down there. I'm just worried that the elevations aren't going to come out to where they need to be.
Let's put it on him and make sure they do.
Well, until they pour cement, ain't no one going to tell you where it's at.
I think that's the coordinated effort that we're trying to make. I need a motion either way, gentlemen, ladies.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
I'll second.
We'll see how we vote.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, Dixie.
Colbert.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabolt.
Yes.
Stroller.
No.
Johnson. Yes. Thank you, council. All right, we're going to move on to item 8. Consider approval of the invoice from MKEC of $14,366.91 for the engineering services provided pursuant to the 2017 Ivanhoe and 8th Street Improvement Project. Invoice was attached. I need your approval.
I did the last one.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion second. Roll call, Dixie.
Colbert.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Seabolt. Sorry.
Second, yes.
You said yes.
I said yes. Okay. Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Tell you what, allergies are running rampant around here tonight. Number 9, discussion and action to accept Perry Sludge Dewatering Container Filter and WWTP Improvement Project as completed for the Oklahoma Department of Commerce CDBG Grant Number 16616 CDBG 15. This is just process paperwork. We have to approve this here in council to close out that letter of completion.
Make a motion to accept the sludge dewatering container filter and WWTP improvements project as complete for OK Department of Commerce CDBG REAP grant number 16616 CDBG 15.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Whatever he said.
Roll call, Dixie.
Colbert.
Yes.
That was a
Franklin.
thorough motion.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabolt. Yes. Stroller.
Now
Yes.
done mine.
Johnson.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Colbert. Item 10, authorize award of bid to Evans and Associates to rehabilitate taxiway Phase 2 AIP 3-40-007-013-2017 at the Perry Municipal Airport project in the amount of $190,740 and to authorize mayor, don't they mean the mayor? Authorize mayor to execute construction contract after receipt of bonds and insurance with approval of the same by the city attorney, all subject to the receipt of a federal grant and FAA approval. This is also included in your packet. I just need you to make a motion to award the contract in the language subject to the federal grant.
Make a motion, we award the bid to Evans and Associates.
Second?
Thank you. Roll call, Dixie.
Kohler.
Yeah.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabold. Yes. Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Item 11, consider approval of resolution 2017-10, authorizing the mayor to execute the grant agreement between FAA on Rehabilitate Taxiway Phase 2, AIP 3-40-0077-013-2017 at the Perry Municipal Airport in an amount of $228,456 upon receipt. This executes federal grant.
Make the motion to approve resolution number 2017-10.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, Dixie.
Kohler.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabold. Yes. Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Item 12, consider approval of ordinance 2017-25 of the City Council of the City of Perry, Oklahoma, amending Chapter 13 entitled Public Safety of the Perry Municipal Code 2015 by the amendment of Section 13402 entitled Rates, providing for new categories of rates and charges for the provision of emergency medical services, providing for a repealer, savings, codification, severability, effective date, and declaring an emergency. If you have any questions, Chief Wayne Evans is here. This has to do with, we have no charge for removing someone from a vehicle mechanically. If there's a fire and we got to get them out, there's no way we can charge for those services, even though that we may not be getting, maybe out on the interstate, maybe anything else. But insurance forms do have a way that can be billed against their insurance to get some of his costs back for the, getting people out of a burning vehicle or just a crashed vehicle.
Have we looked at other, what other charges are around? Are we comparable to them, or we feel like we need to raise this to meet the market? Okay.
Well, you have to have this, as a matter of fact.
Well, I was talking about the other increases. There's other increases here besides just adding the $500 for the rescue tools. We increased other things too, so I was just wondering if we used.
Oh, it's in here. Yeah.
There's
Under tab
back.
12.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, there's comparison to tab 12.
Oh. It's really long, that's probably why I didn't read it.
Kind of like the city manager's report.
And
Yeah.
what's kind of solid is
What? No, I read the city manager.
You on break time?
I read his.
You ran out of break time?
We kind of follow. I know my city manager report is long, but hey, we're doing stuff.
Yeah,
I want y'all to know that.
Blackwell and Ponca City is what.
No, I like your report.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't mess with it.
Don't mess with it. Do I have any further
I
questions?
see it, yeah, I got it.
Okay. Comments, concerns? I need a motion, please. Don't fight over it.
Motion to approve ordinance number 2017-25.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Kohler.
yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabold.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. You might add, this does not affect the people who have subscriptions. It does not add anything. If you got a subscription, you still have the same rate. Item 13.
A motion on emergency.
There we go. We got it.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, Dixie.
Kohler.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Seabold.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yeah. All right. I got it.
This has the
Thank you.
possibility of being longer.
Keep that. All right. Item 13.
I know.
Now, don't hurt anybody's feelings on this. Consider approval of the design for a billboard sign and direct the city manager appropriately. You see in your tab 13, the different configurations for a billboard. I think we need to select one of these and go with it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Sort of.
You're cold.
I like the ones on first page, concept 1 or 2, whichever y'all.
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one, the red one doesn't say where the land is.
Right.
And so if we put Perry, Oklahoma in there, or Perry, OK, it gives some idea of where the land is.
Mm-hmm.
I like concept 2. How about y'all?
I
Nobody.
like one.
See, it's what did they? Nobody knew that.
I'm not
You
sure.
asked me
if
what
you
I
look at
liked. Why
If
aren't
you
you?
look at the pictures though, the red stands out better in the, with the trees and everything.
But it doesn't.
Oh, now you're in the landscaping, huh?
Cut the trees
Oh,
down.
yeah, you go cut the trees down if you want.
No, I do tend to agree with you on that, but
I mean, I know it's just a rendering.
We can take the blue and make it any color we want.
Absolutely. If you like one or concept 1 or concept 2, change that to red.
Even orange.
So everything that's blue on concept 1 or 2 can just be red?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or ditch witch orange.
Yeah.
Well, we got subside green in here, I like it.
I knew that'd be something. Do we have a consensus on which concept we like?
Kind of like Brad's idea of green and orange.
I like concept 2 because I think where it says build in Perry, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
agree with that.
the Perry, Oklahoma is a little more visible, you know.
The tree's not.
I like the fact that you made the phone number bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes a huge difference.
Sign.
I do tend to agree the fact that possibly from a distance, that sign blends in a little bit. If you look in the background where it says NOC, it's in red. And maybe it's a little more standoutish, you know what I mean?
I'm not saying red's the color either. I just
No,
two options.
I agree. I like the concept 2 and wouldn't have a problem with turning it in the blue-red.
I agree.
But would you leave the built-in Perry green? I mean, you couldn't have green and red, I don't think.
Sure.
Go with orange.
Anything you want. Yeah. we can
Black
do
and orange.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
No,
However,
I
that
don't
won't
like
work.
that at all.
Hey, I tell you what, when I made my campaign signs, I made them yellow and black, and everyone's like, what is that?
Yeah, that's
But you
terrible.
can see them bad dudes.
You can see it. Sure.
You didn't run against anybody.
Before your time.
We all had to run at some
He
point.
just hung them up in his garage. You can see them pretty well too.
I caught Gwen throwing my old ones away.
Take a hint, Gordon.
Yeah. No more of this.
The reason I like concept 1 is it says build your future here, and right under it, it does say Perry, Oklahoma.
But it's small letters.
But it says it,
It does say.
and it gets your attention, build it here. And I still like orange. Want me to repeat that 6 more times?
Keep up, keep it up, keep it up.
I'm trying.
All right, we need a motion or we need to direct our city manager toward one of these things.
And I do want to thank Tyson for all his hard work on this. He
Yeah.
really worked hard on this.
You did, you really did.
I agree.
I don't know what the color scheme should be. I really don't. It's not my forte. But I appreciate what you say, Shelley. I like that. But to me, I'm not so much worried about build your future here. I just want the name Perry to stand out, you know?
Yeah.
And so my motion would be concept 2.
As is, or? You wanna modify it?
Well, I mean, I don't know what, I mean, I'm not the color guy.
Did you want fuchsia?
No.
Or
Magenta.
Did you just say that?
Just did.
You just said
It's
that.
kind of
Hey,
like total.
that's from a guy wearing a shirt that's kind of.
He's got
That's
a
where I
bigger
was
palette
going
than the
with
rest of us. Like a gray, blue, and green.
So I just, I mean, I don't know, you guys work out the, Tyson or someone, you work out the colors, I mean, if you want to leave them the same, I don't have a problem with it.
So what I'm hearing is you want red with a little burnt orange banner there?
No, not orange and red.
Let's not
No.
go burnt orange.
We
You
don't
didn't
need
hear
any
that.
burnt
Yeah, there's two colors I don't want on there, crimson and burnt orange, okay?
Or purple.
I do like America's brightest orange.
No dang purple.
This comes from a guy that's got a Longhorn emblem on the back of his car.
Which I've told him I need to duct tape.
Yeah, you know, before we do.
I'm surprised your car is still drivable.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be if he's in Norman.
You get some screwdriver marks on that thing.
Moving along.
Moving along, all right. You know the direction to go?
Second, Bill's motion.
All right, roll call.
Kolar.
I'm not even sure what it was.
You're directing him to take care of the sign.
I said concept 2 with,
And then let the.
They
let them decide what the colors
With
are.
good colors?
Yeah, with good colors.
Good colors.
And I'm not against these
Yes.
colors, but
Yes.
Okay, Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Sebo.
Yes.
Stroller.
yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more important to just get it out.
Yeah, it's mostly important to get it out.
We're paying rent. The
Yeah, I
sign
know.
says nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing left there. Item 14, consider approval of consulting services agreement with William L. Sheets for work performed on the citywide sanitary sewer Phase 2 capital improvement project. Included in your packet, number 14 are those charges and the rates.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, Dick.
Kolar.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Sebo. Yes. Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Thank you. Item 50, consider declaring asphalt millings from the 2017 Ivanhoe and 8th Street Improvement Project as surplus and available for sale as directed by the city manager.
Motion approved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call.
Discussion, please.
Wait, what is it, Bill?
Sam, would we have enough millings that you already have stored, like if we need on alleys and all that kind of stuff? Do you have some that's?
We have some millions in storage right now, but these millions that we are talking about, the asphalt is in such bad shape, it comes up in really big chunks, and
Oh,
and
okay.
it's not something that you would want to be driving across, they flip up and they get in your yard, and,
Oh, okay.
you know, it wasn't because we were just overloaded with usable millions.
Yeah.
These are pretty unusable.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
If I could add, what we've also talked about is, as we get a little bit closer to winter, is to asking a vendor to come out with a filter and take those millings that have the big chunks and separate those into what we can use.
The usable condition.
Yes, sir.
They make a grinder to do that for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because if we're gonna sell it, you know,
Grind them, sweeten them up, and relay
yeah.
them. Need a motion?
Motion
Roll
approved.
call.
Yeah, we
Oh,
have-
yeah, no, you already had the motion.
Okay.
Is your roll
Roll
call,
call.
sorry.
Thank you.
Kolar.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Ahern.
Yes.
Sebo.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Thank you. Item 16, discuss participation in the OMAG recognition program and direct action. You see how it's noted there, this requires a governing body training and provides for a remuneration of $6,000. This means everybody on this council would have to go to training for us to qualify for this OMAG grant. You can see the participation tonight. One of us missed that training, and no money is given out for this participation.
So where's this training at? Do they come here and do it, or?
They have a variety of trainings offered throughout the year, but there's also some that's available online.
Do we have to have this training completed by a certain date in order to qualify?
Yes, it would be along with the fiscal year, I believe. But
So we have to have our training before the end of the fiscal year or before? Yeah.
How much does it cost anything, the training?
No, most of their training's free.
So it's just if you want to participate in it or not. It's up to you guys.
I very seriously doubt we could get a full participation level, but,
Does it hurt to try?
no, it didn't hurt to try.
I mean-
That we don't.
I guess knowing the exact requirements and everything, if we can do everything online and
It's right here.
have
Yeah, I read
every requirement,
I just didn't know the cost.
is that a long one too, Brent? I missed that part.
Y'all have to motivate me.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah, except for some time for, on an individual basis. then,
Right.
uh,
It's got some good
I don't know
stuff.
why we wouldn't try.
I don't either.
All right.
$6 grand.
So, I mean, this isn't a motion, this is just discussion.
Thank you.
Yeah. So do we need a motion?
Yeah, you actually do, and you have to send them, you have to send the minutes down there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're showing that you did approve it.
Move to approve?
Do we have to approve it now?
Yeah, if you want to do it. Yeah, I mean, then you send the minutes down and then they sign you up.
You want to hold it over a meeting?
Well, I don't know, you just put discuss on here instead of the normal. So I
It
thought
says
we were.
direct action as deemed appropriate.
Didn't they say they wanted everybody to approve it?
You know, I know it said everybody was part of it. Flip back there to 16, does it say that? All of
Shelley brought up another thing, it says up to 6,000, so is there a possibility that it's gonna be 1,000?
Well, that's just, you've got all the information I got.
Sag, here's $500.
With all members present.
Yeah, with
Does
all
that say
members
that?
present, yes, that's what I remember. So,
Okay,
so we had to
so-
pass it
yeah.
on to another meeting.
Table it.
Yeah.
Well, that may be a problem.
That made it easy.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for being willing to do it, though. It's cool. Item 17, consider appointment of Martin Roth to position number 9 of the Perry Memorial Hospital Authority Board of Trustees. We had a vacancy, and this is a consensus to bring Dr. Martin Roth onto the Board of Trustees. There's
Can I
a
ask
letter.
consensus of who?
Consensus of trustee members.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Lerner,
Yes.
Franklin,
Yes.
Marshall,
Yes.
Ahern,
Yes.
Seabold, Stroller,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Item 18, consider canvass of bids for an ambulance purchase and award bid to the lowest and best bidder and appropriate an amount from the general fund for the remaining balance and then not to exceed $68,000 to be used toward that purchase.
Do we want just the first part of that?
Pardon me?
Do we want to approve just the first part of that? Just the ambulance?
Yes. And then you want to do the
Next time?
next time? Okay. What we're talking about is he wants to approve purchasing an ambulance, but the way we do purchase this ambulance is still up to discussion, will be come right before you for approval. We're thinking about financing the ambulance instead of buying it outright.
Well, is this wrote so we can do that?
No, what you can do is you can award it, and then we'll bring back the contract that you have to, and we'll tell them that it's awarded. And then we'll bring back the contract and the two ways of financing it, both a lease purchase agreement and this technique, and see what the council wants to do. You, of course, can talk about that issue right now, but it's going to be a number of weeks. How many weeks?
It's 60 to 90 days after the delivery of the chassis.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a period of time to get it. This thing has to be built.
When's the delivery of the chassis?
They don't know. I mean, we've seen it as early as 30 days, and it could take 3 months. It just depends on how the availability of them.
So just I can't remember the discussion, but we budgeted 58,000 for this? What were we assuming then that would only
That
cost
grant.
58,000?
Grant.
Oh, that we would
Grant.
get that grant,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
right,
Yeah.
It looked very positive.
right. Yeah, I remember now, yeah. Yeah,
Along with his other 18 grants he wrote.
Right. right. I'm trying to decide if I care about how we finance it, whether I want to award the bid. Like, would I award the bid if we finance it this way, or would I not award the bid if we finance this, you know? Do I care?
Right now, we just want to buy it. I mean, get it out there, say we want one.
No, yeah.
We're in a life and death situation with ambulances right now.
Yeah, we need to,
We have to have an ambulance.
we need to have it.
It's really sad that we didn't get the grant, but
That has nothing to do with our need.
exactly. I mean, maybe you ought to speak to it. I don't know.
Well, obviously, we need the ambulance. We're really thin on that operational equipment there. The financing part, I think it helps us. It might cost a little bit longer, a little bit more after 5 years. And we can just put this out for bid and see what we get in response.
On financing it, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Financing. Perhaps some of our local banks will participate. We may have other participants that are not local that may give us a better deal. Don't know. But we have other needs for vehicles in other departments as well that are starting to give up the ghost on us. And that's the reason why I'm turning to finance rather than as it's presented here. That's my biggest concern. And of course, if you choose to go back to that, and we'll bring it back for an RFP next time we meet, then the following time, if you want to go back to this, then we can do that as well. So we'll give you an option or two.
But in order to expedite the process, we really need to approve this portion of it to get the order done.
Either way, we're going to buy an ambulance.
Either way.
That's what
So-
we're really after.
So it's a
Larry,
matter of,
can we talk or have Wayne talk about the choices and why that choice was, the recommended choice? I'd like to learn more about that. I don't know if that's Wayne or I don't know if that's you, Larry, or, I see the recommendation here, I just, maybe a little more detail, it's a lot of money.
Well, what I done was, once we got the bids in, I went back, we got Russell and the guys are working on shift. They went over all the specs. They were the ones back there working. And then with the equipment we got and the size of the cabinets and that sort of thing, they really made the choice on which one they wanted. And I agreed on this. The 153-inch box is about the same size as our last one we bought. 72-inch headroom. They're not going to be banging their heads when they're in there. And everything we got fits in those cabinets. And to be honest with you, it's got a $10,300 discount. And that helps. Should have been $137,000 ambulance. If you drop down to the smaller ones, then you lose cabin space. And when you put the cot patient on it, everything's smaller, so now you don't get any needs.
Wayne, is there some way to get a price on the Southwest one, the 153 that pretty much matches what you guys are wanting. I'm wondering what the price of that would be.
I can call in and find out.
I mean, I'm looking at the base of those others.
Yes, and for some reason there was no,
And because you're really, the box is the same, the headroom is, what, 2 inches different. And if you're looking at something $10,000 less or something, I mean, it could be significant.
Yeah,
I
to
don't
do
know.
that, we'd have to put that out for bid again.
Okay.
I called Russell last night and talked to Russell about these a little bit. And he said that, I don't know what, he went somewhere, some kind of meeting or something. And
they went
all
down.
these guys were at this thing. And he went and talked to the Southwest guys, and he said that their boxes are all mounted on aluminum frames, and you can't remount those boxes. Once they're done, they're done. And you can't put different cabinets in them, and the way they're built, for the equipment that we carry in our ambulances, there's no storage in Southwest. So he literally, and Russell is pretty efficient on what he wants and what he can use, and he said that they just about won't work for the equipment that we haul. And his suggestion was the wheeled coach also. And he said that it shows a $10,000 discount. He said that, if I understood him right, the state of Oklahoma is one of the only states that they can sell directly to the municipalities or directly to the ambulance services from the factory. All other states, I believe, he said they have to go through a dealer. So
Or a buy board.
Pardon?
Or a buy board.
Yeah, and so that's how we get a discount, because we buy straight from the manufacturer.
I know it doesn't sound like much, but that 2 inches of headroom makes a lot of difference when you're trying to reach over the top of someone or get over the top of them to do CPR or whatever. It does make it, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it does make a big difference there. So I can see how a 72-inch headroom is quite a bit better actually than 70.
I didn't quite understand the $1,700 to paint it red.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one either.
But anyway, I'm just telling you what Russell I talked to him about last night. And he really suggested the wheeled coach is the way we go. Because I was questioning because it says approve the bid of the wheeled coach in the amount of $25,000 as the lowest and best bid. Well, that's not the lowest bid.
Might be the best bid though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as the lowest bid for what we need, I think is what it meant. You know?
Yeah. Lowest.
Yeah, it's the lowest and best.
Yeah.
The best of the lowest.
So, but I guess like these other coaches, he said that they take the boxes off, like the one they got over there. They can take that box off, put it on a new chassis, and have the complete thing rebuilt inside. And the other ones, you can't do that. Not that we'd ever do that, I don't know, but.
when we checked in, having that one remounted, that's $130,000.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to go that route.
Yeah.
So tonight you're looking for us to award the bid to Wheeled Coach, but then you'll come back to us at the next meeting with how you propose to finance it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I make a motion that we award the bid to Wheeled Coach.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Colern.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
Iker.
Yes.
Seabold.
Yes.
Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Okay, moving on.
Do we need a motion to table? Until Bryce gets done. Bryce, do we have to have a motion to table the financing portion of that, or can we just roll on?
No, we'll just bring that back the next meeting.
Any new business? Any new business, anyone? Seeing none, item 20.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
Roll call.
Colern.
Yes.
Franklin.
Yes.
Marshall.
Aye.
Iker.
Yes.
Seabold. Stroller.
Yes.
Johnson.
All right.